Hey, cousins. Shout out to all of you who stay active, enjoy my content. Shout out to the ones that even go back in the archives and dig in the crates. I really appreciate y'all. Also, shout out to the members, shout out to the Patreon, shout out to all of the cousins that allow your girl to enjoy her PTO time. Thank you very much. If you are new here and you don't know, PTO is on Thursdays. Now, sometimes I might have a little zhuzh or something you could chew on, but for the most part, I'm taking my Thursdays off. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into Smackdown for July 11th, 2025, down to the Nashville, Tennessee at the Bridgestone Arena. Um, Bianca Belair is not around, and I'm sad. I'm sad about that because they in Tennessee. You know, that's her home state or whatever. I'm aware she's from Knoxville. Before you get in the comments and say she's from Knoxville, I know that. She's not there. And what happened to Montez Ford tonight? We gonna get into it, and we gonna have a come hither moment. We gonna have to have a real quick discussion on that. Let's get into it. Starting the show off, and I'm so glad I did not watch it live. I had other shit to do. Starting the show off, we had LA Knight, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy, Nick Aldis segment. Okay, LA Knight's in the ring, and LA Knight said, "Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you." He essentially said that he gonna whoop somebody ass, and in 24 hours, it's gonna be him and Seth Rollins down to the Saturday Night Main Event. And he going to, give him a BFT, give him a boot, give him all the things that he feels that Seth Rollins needs to get his win. Paul Heyman came out, Mr. Pig, part of Seth Rollins' farm, right? He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and you're off cue. You blew your part of the entire evening." He told them, "You did not repeat my name and do what you were supposed to do." So they could get upset and call the crowd a bunch of dummies for doing the call and response. Anyway, he said, "LA Knight, you're way in over your head. We got the farm, we cooking, we feeding the animals, and we are going to run wild on your bitch ass down to the Saturday Night Main Event." Solo Sikoa came out with his BFTs. Is that what he... MFTs. I thought it meant motherfucking Tongans. Okay. Apparently, I was corrected, and it means my family tree. Okay. His family tree. Because there is no actual cohesive bloodline anymore. It's a family tree. All right. Okay. So he came on out and he said, "You know what? You left Raw, you left my family, everything's changed. There's no more bloodline, there's no tribal chief, there's no wise man. So, Paul, if you want to live, you better get your ass out the way, or I'm going to have my MFTs put your big ass through the table like we used to do." Paul was like, "You ain't got to tell me twice," and he went on about his business. LA Knight said, "Listen, you better listen." Yeah, Solo Sikoa said, "I'm not afraid of nobody. The Samoan werewolf, you remember him? Yeah, I beat him. I don't even know where he's at. I think he went hibernating or some shit. Matter of fact, he the king of the niggas." That's what I heard. Yeah, that's what Solo Sikoa said. LA Knight said, "Listen, I'm not down with the N-word, bro. You understand? I'm LA Knight. Yeah. So what we gonna do? What we gonna do?" And then they proceed to have a bunch of fisticuffs, and Jimmy showed up and slide a chair in the ring, and Jimmy super kicked Tangaloa, and he cracked JC Chazé over the head with the chair, and Solo told the real tall Tongan to go ahead and do his thing, but Nick Aldis came to the ring. And Nick Aldis said, "You know what? We not finna do that. We not finna do that because I'm oiled up, baby. I'm oiled up. These rotator cuffs, they nice and tight. So what we gonna do is we gonna have ourselves a little match tonight. How about we get JC Chazé and Solo versus Jimmy and LA Knight. What you say about that? Everybody said yeah, and there we go. That is the beginning of your SmackDown. We go right into Alexa Bliss. She ran into Charlotte Flair backstage. And Alexa tells Charlotte to go ahead and get off her royal duties and join her ringside because she gonna be down to the ring doing her thug thizzle with them other unknown hoes. And Charlotte was like, you know what? I could do that. I'm not doing nothing. I'm in my cowboy Carter get up because Evolution is going to be on the same night as Beyonce. But guess what? The only difference is All Eyes is going to be on Evolution, right? Yes. There you go. Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit is in his house. Yeah, Fred Durst. Yeah, he did it all for the nookie. For the nookie. First match, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair in her corner versus Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez with Kairi Sane and Asuka with Sol Ruka and Zarya. The lady, I can never remember her name, came in as Delta, is now Zarya. One of the big three signings to NXT, who, in my opinion, completely faltered. Sol Ruka is your double champ. She is the speed champ, and she is the North American champ for NXT. Who would have knew? Either way, the girls is mixing it up. They doing their thing. How did this end? Sol Ruka did a double soul snatcher. The crowd said, "Oh," but Raquel Rodriguez put Roxanne's leg on the rope to go ahead and break that count. And old girl, what's her name? Kairi Sane hit Sol Ruka and she rolled out the ring real slow and got taken on out of the match, right? Charlotte Flair went ahead and put Raquel Rodriguez over the table where she hit Joe Test and he played his role. He got taken out because the old girl went over the table. And so what had happened is Kairi Sane got real cocky and she said, I'm about to do this elbow. So she went to the top, had Alexa Bliss in the middle, proceeded to do her elbow. Alexa Bliss picked up her legs and hit Kairi Sane in the guts, rolled her over, did a what's that bullshit? A Sister Abigail, and went ahead and got the 1, 2, 3, and her and Charlotte Flair looking at each other like they want to make out. So here's the thing. The thing with the Sister Abigail, bitch, I'm never going to be that injured to where I can't just flip that shit out and throw your ass down. Anyway, somebody in the comments, I was over on Twitter for a second, and they said we need to have a conversation about Kairi Sane. Well, guess what? Over here, I've been having a conversation about Kairi Sane, but you know what? Whatever. Why is Asuka in this whole situation? Why is Asuka? Asuka just came back. Maybe they want to preserve her body and stuff. Because guess what? Half these bitches don't wrestle. Your winner is Alexa Bliss. They're going into Evolution with some momentum. That was the whole point of the matter. So after that, Joe and Wade went down the entire card for WWE Evolution. Let's talk about it real quick. Real quick, we got Trish and her jaw versus Tiffy Time. We got No Holds Barred, Naomi versus Jade. We got an NXT match, JC Jane versus Jordan Grace. We got the Battle Royale, which I'm going to tell you who's all in it because they threw that shit together. Who else is on the card? Oh my God. We got the tag team situation with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, Zarya and Sol Ruka, the Kabuki Warriors, and Roxanne and what you call it? Shit, I don't remember her name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Roxanne and Raquel Rodriguez. And who did I miss anybody on that card? If I did, I'll bring it back up. So anyway, I just want to really touch on the battle royale that was thrown together with the girls. So if you're curious who's going to be in the battle royale, we got Lola Vice, we got Meechin, who in this picture is next to B-Fab. So you know what that means. Go ahead and take your earphones out, turn your volumes down, or turn it up. Clear your throat. Get B-Fab away from Meechin. We got Candice LeCrae, we got Tatum Paxley, we got the Hervis, both of them. We got Kalani Jordan, who congratulations, just got engaged to the guy who carries the fries, because he damn sure ain't on the show. I forgot who this is. Izzy Dame, Lash Legend. Yes, Lash Legend. We got Pitbull in the skirt, Ivy Now. We also have Stephanie Vakea. We got your girl. Everybody's super excited for this one. You ready? You ready for this? We got Zelina Vega. Hey, we got old girl in there. Mother Gulia, and her United States Championship is in the Battle Royale, because don't nobody want that shit. We also have Jada Parker. Miss Parker and her butt are going to be down to the Battle Royale. We got Chelsea Green, Nia Jax, and we got the Dungeon Dolls. That includes Natty and Maxine Dupree. Hey, front and center. Take a guess who's front and center. I'm going to give you a few seconds. Who you think is front and center of this Battle Royale? If you watch the show, you know the answer. Yes, Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella, who is credited with the beginning of the entire women's evolution. There you go. That is your Battle Royale. Who you got to win? Who you got to win? If it was up to me, I would pick I would love to see Lash Legend win. I would love to see it. But I'm going to say something. Y'all going to be like, what? Nikki Bella's probably going to win this because whatever. But if Michin was to win, do you think she should win because of all the shit she be going through? And they don't be giving her no love and she's just like a bona fide jobber? Outside of that, I don't even really give a fuck. Give it to Stephanie Vakea. I wouldn't give a damn. Anyway, moving right along. We go into the second match of the night. The Street Profits versus the High School Musical production of the Wyatts Six and their tag team representatives of Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis. Listen, Street Profits came out to crickets. Okay, a couple people did the little arm pumps, but didn't nobody give a fuck for real. And it's really sad. You know who else came out to crickets and I completely forgot? Everybody in the four-way for the women, except Alexa Bliss. She got a pop. So Ruka didn't get nothing because don't nobody know who the fuck she is. And no one cares about what Roxanne Perez has going on. Just wanted to point that out. Anyway, they came out to crickets. Everything got to going. They mixing it up. They doing they thug thizzle. Whoop the whoop the whoop the whoop. Montez got pulled out the ring. Something happened. Angelo Dawkins took out big old, what's his name? Big red beard or whatever. Ever growing. And then he got double teamed and got pinned, and the Street Profits have lost the Smackdown tag team titles to the High School Musical production of the Y6. Let me say something real quick. The Y6 have not been on TV for months, for a very long time, because someone was injured. Whatever, I don't give a fuck about none of that. They come back, get thrusted into this SmackDown tag team division. They have, 2 matches? I know somebody's going to correct me, but if it was no more than 3 matches. And they were number 1 contenders immediately. And they take these titles off of the Street Profits, who their whole reign was a joke. None of them had the opportunity to defend those titles on the pay-per-view. None of them had opportunity to have real credible matches. They put on a banger and a ladder match, and all of that was futile. So I would like to take the time to go ahead and eulogize the Street Profits and whatever else they got going on, because I have checked out. I enjoy Montez Ford, but it is what it is. It's so hard to say goodbye to the Street Profits. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. is so hard to say goodbye to the street prophet. After all of that, we go backstage and we learn that we have a new set of tag team that has joined this motley crew of, we got DIY, we got Axiom, we got Motor City Machine Guns, and now we have Andrade, Cien Almas, and Phoenix. What are their tag teams going to be called? I don't know yet. But Andrade said, hey guys, we're here. We know how to do this. We're joining the tag team division on SmackDown. And DIY were incensed. Can somebody tell me why Tommaso don't wear a shirt no more? Listen, I get it. His body, he has worked very hard on his body. He don't wear shirts. And Dick Face and his wife just make my ass itch. That's really it. Moving right along. UFC fighters is in the house, right? If you like UFC, Daniel Cormier, Laura Sanko, and Michael Chandler is in the house. Is that the guy who has adopted the black kids and said he ain't gonna raise them black, he gonna raise them colorless? I think that's the guy. Because the kid he was with looked real black to me. But you know what? Listen, whatever works. Jelly Roll is getting ready to have a party in the middle of the ring. Jelly Roll has gotten a hold of some Ozempic because he is Ozempicing. You hear me? Jelly Roll is Ozempicing. Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. Let's get into it. Logan Paul, Jelly Roll's in there, and he is singing some song that does not sound like country music. And I'm sitting here like, y'all give Bianca a lot of issues. Bianca knows y'all be running her down about her country. And the shit that I'm listening to Jelly Roll sing ain't country. But that's fine. He got the complexion for the protection and the complexion that you need for country. Got it. So he's in there, honking, tonking, tonking, tonking. Logan Paul was like, nah, I don't want to hear none of that. He said, listen, this is my thing. Okay, you're an influencer. You're a professional performer. You need to be somewhere else and not in the ring because I'm here to work and you not here to work. You here to be disgusting and you a clout chaser. Whoop the whoop the whoop. Everybody's scratching a hole in their head because they like, well, wait a minute, Logan, what's going on? Jelly Roll said, wait a minute. You must not completely understand here, brother. Logan Paul, you see, this here's my hometown, Nashville, Tennessee. And just so we're clear, brother, down here, nobody gives a damn about your podcast, Logan. And then Randy Orton came in like explosive. Outsider. What you talking about, Willis? I mean, he was stomping. Randy was just completely incensed that Logan Paul was talking to Jelly Roll like that. It was almost over the fucking top. It's him and Randy was acting like they in a relationship the way he was acting. You don't talk to him like that. You don't do him the way you doing him. Do you know what kind of man he is? You don't do him like that. I know what kind of man Jelly Roll is. Jelly Roll ain't no different from Kid Rock. Jelly Roll ain't no goddamn different than Fred Durst. He a goddamn grifter. You start out in hip-hop, and then you are able to move over into other genres because of the way you look. And then, if you want to put icing on the cake, you can go ahead and put that red hat on and have some old fucked up views. Never mind all that. Drew McIntyre came in while Randy Orton was going all ham. By the way, Randy looked really good in those sweatpants. Give a round of applause for Randy Orton in sweatpants. Drew McIntyre said he is still bored at work, gave Randy Orton the Claymore, and it was some fisticuffs in the ring, and this was the opportunity for Jelly Roll to show you what he learned. And he learned how to pull hair and roll a motherfucker to the other side of the ring. There you go. Later on, Randy Orton was backstage talking to Jelly Roll because he was just so incensed that his musical equipment got beat up. And Randy said, listen, man, listen. I like how you was putting it down in the ring. You understand? And it's your hometown. So you know I got a match down to the Saturday Night Main Event. What you say? You come on down there. What you say? Jelly Roll say, you know what? I'm going to do you one better, brother. I'm going to get in your corner because I don't trust what these guys got going on down here at the WWE. Third match. Ron Killings versus Alistair Black. If you didn't know, Ron Killings is in fact still driving. He is driving that car. You understand? You want to talk about simmer down. They simmered down Ron Killings, okay? He did get a nice little pop. We always are happy to see Ron Killings. Him and Alistair Black got in there, did their little thug thizzle. Ron Killings rolled Alistair Black up real good, nice and tight. Got the 1, 2, 3, and 1. So Ron got out the ring, said, I'm driving, and proceeded to drive his way to the back and kept on walking. Alistair Black was very upset, and he followed Ron. Ron didn't even turn around, kept on walking. And then enter Damian Priest. And Damian jumps in front of Alistair, and he's like, hey, man, stop. Stop. Calm down. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. You ain't got to do all this. You understand? You got to be different. You need to be better, Damian. Don't do that. Damian said, you're right. Now, I'm sitting there. He walked off. I'm sitting there like, I hope he slams this motherfucker in the head. And damn it if Damian Priest did not get the telegraph. He need... what's his name? Not Damian Priest, Alistair Black. Alistair Black ran back into that damn camera and kneed the fuck out of Damian Priest. Proceeded to smash and just throw him all over the place and gave him a black mask. And Damian Priest is down on the floor injured. And Alistair said, you know what? Now I could go ahead and get over it. I said, I know that's right. Give Alistair Black a round of applause. I don't even fuck with Alistair Black like that. I don't even fuck with him like that. But I don't know what Damian Priest is doing. Did he get the carrying cross, I'm going to be your conscience bug, or what? Because why is you stepping in front of this man? He was this close to pulling on, Ron Killing's shoulders. Like, listen, you not, and we can see what, here you come, getting all in the way, talking about take the high road. Motherfucker, I just lost the match. Now I'm on your ass. I like that. I finally, I like that. That's how you start a feud. Moving right along to the worst thing that ever happened, again, on a 2-hour show. Wade Barrett's in the ring, and he's standing there with Tiffany Stratton, and on the other side is Trish Stratus. Wade Barrett said, hey, you two bitches, it's a match tomorrow. Tell us how you feel. Tiffany Stratton said, I feel like it's obvious why I picked Trish as an opponent. I've already beaten Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Bayley, and Evolution. Why wouldn't I want to face one of the greatest of all time, Trish Stratus? I gave her this match because I beat her. Maybe then I'll be considered one of the GOATs. Wade Barrett said, Trish, what do you think? Trish said, sure. I got to change my voice because y'all said that was Nia Jax. So she said, sure. I'll definitely feel a lot of pressure, Wade. But I think who really should be feeling pressure is you, Tiffany. You said yourself you need to beat me in order to consider to be the greatest of all time. Something I already am. So when I win at Evolution, I will win with the championship and you will leave with nothing. On Sunday, I'm going to do what I've been doing for 25 years straight, and that's deliver Stratusfaction. Tiffany said, sure, I'll let you live out your glory days, but things are different now. It's called Evolution for a reason. And Trish, I know all about your accomplishments. I've seen the VHS tapes. And Trish said, oh, that's cute. You learned about VHSs on TikTok? Look, Tiffy, I helped build this division. I helped solidify this division on all fours. And I'm still delivering for this division. I love you. I think you're doing a fantastic job, sweetie, as a champion. But on Sunday, I will become an 8-time champion. And then we hear and Naomi comes out with the briefcase. She said, hold up, bitches. Let me explain something to y'all. I got this here, and then bam, right in the back, Jade Cargill. All I saw was platinum hair running down on the Naomi. I'm gonna kill you. You get on my nerves, bitch. Woo, woo, woo. They broke them up, and that ended the segment. Next week on a Smackdown, John Cena and Cody Rhodes will be in the house. For what? John Cena is filming a movie, and Chody has a dissertation he wants to give you. So that's what's going on next week. To just tap on the ladies segment, I'm just completely disgusted. I'm disgusted. I'm not even gonna hold you. Someone definitely could have took Trish Stratus's place. I mean, y'all could have gave it to Kelly. I wouldn't give a fuck. Damn, that was unbearable. Moving right along to the final match of the night. LA Knight, Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa, and JC Chasez and the MFTs. Not the Force MDs. Tender love, loving you close to me. Baby, I surrender. No, these is the MFTs, because somebody had thought they had said the Force MDs. I thought somebody, maybe I had thought. Anyway, they was mixing it up or whatever the case may be. And then Paul Heyman was on his phone, because Paul Heyman's doing the exact same thing he did with the OTC one. Anybody want to explain to me why that one is added to the OTC? I don't. Can we? I don't know. I don't want to do that. I want to just say OTC and raise my ones. Now I got to say OTC one as I raise her. That's a lot of coordination. You gonna fuck up somebody. Somebody gonna have a seizure talking about some OTC one as they're raising their hand. Listen, you're gonna have a court case on your hands. I'm just letting you know. Anyway, Paul Heyman was on the phone. I guess he was talking to Seth Rollins, the farmer. He was talking to him, and as LA Knight was enjoying himself because he ended up winning, him and Jimmy, Braun Breaker went ahead and proceeded to and LA Knight just yeah. He gets down, turn around, and gets speared. Now, and then he got a tsunami, and all of that happened. They stood in the rain, whatever. That's how the show ended. Now, let me say something to this. Goldberg said that the only person that should be doing the spear is Braun Breaker. I just want to point something out to everybody. He's using his shoulder and his entire arm to spear people. He's not actually going into them and goring them. Now, is he getting high in air? Yes. Does it look fun? It sure does. But he needs to kind of tighten it up a little bit. We need to tighten it up. Now, I don't know who made Goldberg and Undertaker, and we'll talk about Undertaker another time, child. Who made them like the spear expert? But OTC one. See what I'm saying? When you say it too much, look how it messed me up. Oh my goodness. I have to get a drink. Wait, that messed me up. Wait a minute. Whew, that's too much. I'm just gonna say OTC because all that other stuff is too much. He does the spear and been doing it for 15 years and been extremely sexy while doing it. So I'm gonna need to say, fuck you, Goldberg, and fuck you, Undertaker, Mark. Yeah, Mark, shut the fuck up. With that being said, guys, that's Smackdown. That's all I got. I ain't got no more.